Welcome to the Covalence Podcast. We're back, bitches.
In the era of Trump.
Dude, way to bring it down, dude. I tried to like fucking pump us up like into it.
Yeah.
Just be quiet in your corner for fucking 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Just let the good vibes roll for like a little bit. It's like everybody just popped ecstasy 30 minutes ago and someone's like, the fucking cops are here.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, fuck. And I got to roll in the backseat of a car.
It would be the best way to do it though.
In the backseat
If you
of a
have
cop
to be
car.
arrested, you might as well be rolling.
Yeah, but like once you get to the prison, you're going to be like all touchy-feely and everything's nasty over there. Like, you know.
Dude, just way to ease into it.
Oh, gross. Shit, it's been a while. Like how long? It's been like more than a month or so, hasn't it?
I think since November was our last time. I
Has it
think
been that
so.
long?
We recorded a bunch. I don't think anything's been released. I'm not
Because
It's been a while since we've been here 4-spot all together. 'Cause
yeah,
we banged out a
That's the
couple of
thing.
single ones.
because
at my
I
house.
played it early December and we haven't done one since then.
Yeah. Fuck.
So how was
It's been a
everybody's
while.
holidays?
Good.
fucking rubbish.
Good. That's all I need to hear about it.
I'm glad you're a ray of sunshine over there, man. Just like good
look,
vibs
I'm not gonna talk,
for
I'm just
everybody.
gonna tell you
GTA,
that
good times
it
ahead.
literally was crap.
Oh, okay. That
I'm
sucks.
glad it's over. 2016 is gone. 2017 is here.
Mm-hmm.
It's already claimed its first victim. Fuck it.
Wait, who was that?
John Hurt.
Who's that? So you can give me all the side. What the fuck? Fuck you, man.
To bring it relevant, he's Winston from 1984 from the movie.
Wait, from
He's-
Overwatch?
No, the
Harambe?
he was the
Dude, he died a long time ago.
He was the wizard, the one guy.
He's
from
a-
Harry
he's a-
Potter.
our savior.
Ollivander
He
and
came
Harry
back and
Potter.
died again.
Did you ever see the first Alien?
Yes.
He's
He's
the
the one
guy
that had
where
his
it
shit
pops
pop
out of
out
his
his
chest.
Shit, that guy died?
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks, man. That was a good scene.
So that
was-
means there's no more Alien movies?
Well,
Nope.
they can't
No,
redo
this-
that
it's
with you.
over.
That
Damn.
sucks.
Forever.
I finally saw the Star Wars movies.
All of them.
Which one?
Yeah. I'd never seen them before.
Wait, did you watch them chronologically?
No, I
or
watched
did
them
they
all
release?
in reverse.
Oh.
I started with the most new one, Rogue One, and then went backwards from there.
Yeah.
So you went
Or
Rogue
forwards.
One, Force
I don't know how
Awakens.
that circle goes.
That's kinda-
The stories are all fucking mismatched now.
You must be really confused.
Yeah. But space is cool.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned about the past.
Yeah.
All right.
That
no,
the space was awesome.
I want to bring this up because this is relevant. The Mandela effect, as it's known. So
fuck's
you watched
Mandela
them all. You saw C-3PO having the silver arm, right?
Of course I didn't. Of course I never saw that.
No, not at all.
At least I didn't remember it that way.
See, I went back and looked, and there are scenes from Return of the Jedi where some of them are silver, some of them are
I
gold.
think the Russians hacked the movies.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's all
I
about
think
the
that's what
Russians.
happened.
Fucking Russians.
The DNC.
Right after Podesta, they went right for my fucking childhood dreams. They destroyed my future dreams and then destroyed my past dreams.
They couldn't get you as a child retrograde, so that's how they came after you. Mm-hmm. All right.
Has everybody seen the new Rogue One?
Yeah.
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 What'd you guys think?
I thought it was really good.
Not impressed.
No?
No, that was good.
Who pissed in your Cheerios this morning, man? The
I just-
fuck? You're
look.
salty as hell.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that good.
Why
It was okay.
Why didn't you think it was good?
I felt like most of the performances were flat. I felt like it had uneven pacing. Like it would go real hard and then back off. I felt like it didn't have enough of Forrest Whitaker because he's always great.
Yeah. Like, he did a really good job. I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. It felt like that last 15, 20 minutes of it, it felt like, oh shit, we need to wrap this up. Let's do it. And then they just kind of ended it. And I don't know, did anybody check that somebody did the math on how long before A New Hope, which is what leads after this, that's what takes on after that? It's like 10 hours.
Yeah. It's totally feasible. It works out.
Yeah.
That he was chasing after Leia.
And I just feel like they just kind of rushed it right there to wrap that up so they could get to that point.
Well, like, you know that
We
that
all
there's
know
an
where
end
it's
to it.
ending.
Yeah, there's no surprise. You're like, oh fuck, they died.
Yeah.
Shit, like,
Well, I mean,
come on,
it's kind
dude.
of like it's kind of like Band of Brothers in the Pacific. You know how it ends. You still want to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that ends. I didn't see it.
Oh, there
You don't have
Band
to.
of
We know
Brothers?
how World War II ends.
I don't.
Not yet.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, shit.
I thought Hitler was still alive.
He may be.
What
in
did you
the
think
Bahamas.
of Rogue One as your first Star Wars movie?
Yeah, you kind of jumped in a weird spot to see Star Wars movies.
Are you fucking kidding me? You actually believe me?
No,
of course
no.
I've seen all that shit.
Oh no, man.
I thought I was kind of torn. I was like, really? I felt like Star Wars has been beat up like by a bunch of comedians about the concept of having this huge Death Star and one tiny little like microwave toaster oven that could just take, be pissed on basically, and the whole thing would explode. So I was like, really? Did they try to write their way out of this? That's kind of how I thought like the story was. But then I was just like, fuck it, good enough. Like, I'm in on it. The dude, the story, I was like, I don't want to try to put Star Wars on some sort of pedestal in my mind that no amount of writing could ever like match up to. So it's just a fun movie, and I liked it. I just need to watch it in a higher quality because I downloaded it. So I kind of just watched it
like a head floating by.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Sorry.
But
excuse me.
You can tell.
You
could tell this
and then it cuts away for 10
the
minutes.
Screen was at like a 20-degree angle.
Someone walks in, they put it in your lap.
The person was sitting like 10 rows back from the left side of the theater.
So you get like half of the movie, just like from there. 1/3 is all you
He
saw.
still got a better view of it than I did. When I went to see it, the guy who was supposed to wait and get us seats didn't, because his corporate Christmas party was that night, and I'm like, who the fuck does that shit? But yeah, I sat in the front row so the whole time I'm watching it like this.
That's the worst part to dude. I hate sitting in the very
I would leave and go
front
get
row
my
of it.
money back.
I've watched an IMAX at Burbank. Have you been to that IMAX? It's huge, way bigger than the IMAX
it's like a
that's
full
here.
fucking dome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
holy
sat in
shit.
the front row for IMAX.
Did you get
there.
whiplash the whole
No,
time?
he just
I
herniated the fucking part of his disc.
I
that
laid on the
faces his
floor
throat.
basically,
Really?
pretty much.
Not bad.
He has disc bulges going into his fucking
From like
windpipe.
back and forth. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like, I like the characters are unique enough for like to get your attention for, because like they only have the lifespan of that movie. Like they could probably do like side stuff or whatever, but in the context of the movie, they did a good job of setting them up, making you feel for them. Like,
Yeah,
making
they
you
had
care
some
about them.
character development.
Yeah, yeah.
A 2.5 hour movie where they're all gonna die.
Yeah. I didn't expect everybody to die at the end. Like that was so kind of like when people started getting off, I was like, oh, they're all gonna die, aren't they? And there's just like one by one. I was like, no, fuck.
All right, so
Sorry.
big spoiler alert: the Carrie Fisher, the young Carrie Fisher, at the end of it, that was very nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Was that CGI?
that had movement.
Yeah, that's all CGI. What did you think of Moff Tarkin?
No.
Whoa! Don't be dropping
What?
names. Don't be dropping names like that. Who the fuck is that character?
the
CGI character.
He's
in
the old
whole
guy
movie.
with the evangelist.
No,
head.
you understand. I watched a cam, so I don't know. Everything looked like
He actually never saw that character at all.
No, the CGI and the real people, they just look the same to me. Like
Blurry.
the definition wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't high enough.
He's like the badass general who's like, yo, Vader's pissed at you, and the guy's like, fuck you, and he's like, no, fuck you, and he's like, oh shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like
No.
how you can explain that. You
that was
know,
really
what I'm
good.
When I
talking
saw
about. Yeah.
that, when I was watching, I was like, oh, I bet this looks really fake. Like,
Yeah.
on good resolution.
Yeah.
I don't know if it looked really fake. It was definitely the best full CGI characters
person.
ever looked.
Yeah.
but I don't think it was good enough for me
Skin.
to be the entire
gives it away.
to be in it that much. Like if he was in it as much as Carrie Fisher was in it, cool,
Get away with it.
awesome. But he had like 3 long scenes where he's just walking
Close-ups,
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not quite.
They should
there.
have done like one of those shitty hologram things of him.
You could have got away with
like
that
just,
for sure.
just to like tone down, so you're not expecting it to be like some amazing,
Yeah.
real life quality.
I mean, it was close. Maybe in 5 more years they'll look perfect and you won't know.
Have you
Maybe.
seen? You haven't seen those videos where they take like a famous person, like actual footage of them, and then they use some sort of computer program and they can make that person say like anything that they want, like any image of anybody. You can just take like a picture.
Didn't they do that with Tupac at some concert? Not too
Dude,
long
I
ago?
was there for that. I was at Coachella,
Coachella,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking gnarly. The whole crowd was like, "What's going on?"
Well, it's because you're
Had,
all fucked up,
Fucking
that's why.
coils from like Watts coming
Yeah.
up, and like Snoop's
Yeah,
like, "What's
to be
up?"
honest, they were doing that 10 minutes before they saw
Saw it, yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
No, but okay. Aside from the CGI stuff, there were 2 things with one character that bugged the shit out of me. One, I feel like we've passed, and I hate saying this because I got much respect for the motherfucker, but James Earl Jones shouldn't have done the voice.
What?
Should not
Sounded-
have.
It either they
Get out.
put an effect on it that sounded weird, or his voice has weakened as he's got older. It's kind of like
Well, he's older. He's 30 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like asking Tom Jones or somebody like that to do the same songs they did back when they were in their 20s. You can't get away with that. And 2, he was way more animated with the fight scenes.
Well, it wasn't him.
Well, we finally got
No.
to see Darth Vader wreck house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's when you know what's coming ahead, then it's a stark contrast, and it breaks it. It doesn't suspend the disbelief.
I'm with you on that. It's hard to break what you imagine the character to be, because in the original movies, it's like a samurai fight. In real life, a samurai fight lasts, a samurai sword fight lasts all of 4 seconds, and it's more like you hear the music play, like the Imperial March, whenever you see Darth Vader, and you just kind of know that it's like, oh shit, that's like.
The big boss.
That's the big
But
boss
see,
guy.
that's why I think
shit.
this one was so cool, because in the other ones, you knew he was a badass, but you didn't get to see it because he was fighting other people with lightsabers.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrecking anybody without one. He was never under fire in the old ones.
Okay, let's bring it like this. When I take someone who moves as slowly as Vader does in the prequels, in the 1, 2, and 3, then basically when they CGI'd them in a fight scene, you still could get away with it because of the way they introed it and the way it happened. With this, they didn't do that. They didn't study the person well enough to make whoever played him physically didn't study Vader well enough, either in the prequels or in the originals, to say, okay, this is how he should move. This is how it should go. And it didn't feel like this is how
That's
Vader
what I'm
should be a
talking about.
badass.
I don't want to put these movies on that pedestal.
I
don't
get
want to
that.
put
No,
them like
it's-
every little fucking thing of every square inch of every frame has to be like mathematically, and sociologically fucking, mixed back in.
It just needs
like,
to be close enough, and I didn't think it was.
I just
I was
expect them going to
excited
be
to see
off
him-
a little bit.
Wreck fools.
Yeah,
It was nice to see him kick some ass, but it just didn't feel like Vader style.
I feel like we got enough of in the whole Anakin thing where you can tell like, oh yeah, Vader was a monster,
Murdered all those little kids.
Yeah, we saw him, wreck house. I don't want to see over the top shit. I don't ever want to see Yoda playing as like a green ping pong with a fucking, green laser fucking thing whipping around.
Like in the second one?
I hated
the
that fucking
second
scene.
prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
scene
was terrible.
ridiculous.
No, in the third movie,
Oh,
like
the third
episode
one.
3, when he's fighting the Chancellor, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, I kind of lost that fight. Let me go bounce for a while." I was like, "Really, dude? Really? You're like, you get one full seat thrown at you, and you're just gonna leave?" Like, it just seemed like he gave up really quickly. I don't know. He's supposed to be the most badass force
Because
person
he used
ever.
all his flippy magic in the second movie when he was fighting Count Dooku.
That was cool, though. Come on, like, how else is he supposed to fight, really? Like, he just like, yes, like somebody just steps
But
on
that's
his
the thing.
head.
Like, yeah, like
That's
you get,
true. That's
you
true.
see-
I take
he's
that point.
He's get up there.
Yeah, I like that's fine. I don't want every Star Wars movie moving on to have a fucking cameo of some other original character. Like I liked what's the guy that played Obi-Wan?
Alec
Which
Guinness or Ewan McGregor,
Ewan McGregor.
the young one.
Yeah, I liked the Ewan McGregor fighting like the 6-armed machine dude. Just make new shit. Let's just expand the universe. Let's just make more new shit. If I want to watch Darth Vader, there's fucking 3 movies. I can go watch that guy. I already saw those movies. I just want to see new shit now. Give me to another star, another planet. I honestly, I would like the movies to not have any more fucking Death Stars in them. I'm kind of over the
I don't
giant
think they're going
green
to
potato
anymore.
chip or whatever the fuck that thing. I just look at it. It looks stupid now. Because we know like my brain of like what the future is like. It all is designed by Apple. It's all smooth.
It's not 1970s.
white.
Yeah.
It's
I'll say
less
this.
is more.
If we brought back the petition for the U.S. to build a Death Star, now is the time. I feel like we could get that through.
Probably could.
Yeah, I'm down with
That's why we're going to Mars, really. 'Cause we're going to turn it into a giant Death Star. Terraform that fucker.
only Elon Musk is going to Mars.
He's digging under L.A. right now, isn't he? He's not
I
going
hope
to Mars.
so. I hope he does everything. I hope we could just. I hope he just
Comes
if-
over and
no.
like spoons me
When-
softly for a
when-
while.
when genetics-
Gently cups my tits.
When we figure out like
little too
genetics,
graphic.
the genetics to the point where
Don't
we
crush
can
my dreams,
clone
dude.
people, Elon Musk has got to be the first motherfucker clone.
He's Adam. He's
That's
going
got
to
to
be the first guy. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking too? You know what'd be cool? Is like when we start going to Mars, we can start screening people, right? For diseases.
Sure.
And you could have a whole planet where STDs don't exist.
Only the purest
And
of the
everybody
race.
could fuck everybody,
Yeah.
like conscious free. There's no herpes on this planet, right?
That's
There's
what you're
no-
worried about.
Worried? No, I'm looking forward to it. Because right now I can still
I
get.
just want to live in
I
a
can still get a
herpes-free
ticket there.
environment.
I can still get a ticket there. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to continue to get a ticket there. What if I catch something, in 7 years? Like, fuck, I can't go to Mars.
Because you got herpes, yeah.
Got herpes on my dick now. They won't let me on.
Can't we just use CRISPR to get rid of it?
God, I hope so.
Pretty sure we can. By the time we can get to
I mean,
Mars,
for the
we can-
rest of the people's sake on this earth, I hope for them.
Yeah. Have fun with your herpes infested planet.
Yeah.
Somebody will find a way to cheat that and get on there with the herp.
With herpes?
No.
I don't know.
You fucking heresy, burn him like as soon as he gets off the. No, you know what? You're like, fuck it, just shoot it as it's inbound into the planet. You just start shooting, fucking
Herpes? It's like herpes
No,
ball?
there's no herpes on the planet. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. It's like asteroids. You shoot that shit from a distance, like as the spaceship's drifting in. You're just like, pew. There, well, we got rid of that herpes problem. Send us some fucking, girls from Czechoslovakia.
Sans the herpes. Well, I'm glad you have such high hopes for Mars, man.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm all fucking in. Don't you think it'd be cool? What happens if all the smart people just abandon us and they're just like, yeah, fuck Earth, we don't need you. Because people are like, oh, you can't grow shit on Mars.
That'll
Like,
suck.
they're like, no, this is fucking stupid. We're just gonna go get like our own minerals and materials and shit from outer space. Like, we're never going back to Earth, and we're gonna, shoot anybody who comes near our fucking planet.
I'd do that, really. If I was on Mars,
I
I'm
would
like,
too.
yo, fuck
I'm
you
like,
all.
king of the flag. I'm here first. Fuck everybody else.
Until we need something, you're like, hey, guys, can you, help us out?
They won't need anything. They'll have Elon Musk there.
Yeah.
He'll
Superman.
He'll just build solutions.
He's
to
Dr.
everything.
Manhattan. What's that guy from Watchmen? The blue dude with the
Yeah.
thing, Dr. Manhattan?
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. What are you looking up
if
over
he
there?
went to Mars, he'd have a hyperloop through the center of the planet before we even get one in LA. Like, he'd have the shit like down, dialed in.
What did they say he's doing digging under LA?
He's making driving roads 3D, bro.
It's a good
Why
idea.
are we stuck on this flat 2D plane?
It's a good idea.
Open your mind.
Yes, yeah. I mean, just
That's what it should be,
subterranean
except
shit.
for when there was a crash in the Newhall tunnel over there where there's a big fireball and everyone inside died.
Fuck earthquakes. I think LA's like the worst place to do this. Do it in New York. They already got tunnels. They got like whole abandoned subway lines that they don't use. You're good.
No one drives in New York. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And what happens to the
Somebody
Ninja
does.
Turtles? What do you do with them?
They'll move
Yeah.
to Chicago.
That's where
Fuck
they-
them.
Oh. Hey, Chicago's a good place. All right, fuck you.
What? They're going to get shot within a week. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's just
That's
true.
true.
That's just true.
Facts.
I like the.
The president calls you out for having too many people die from shootings. You're having too many people die from shootings.
Except they're not the number one in the nation. Detroit is.
Is there anybody left to kill in Detroit? Like, I feel like it's just been like there's like 5
Only
people
newcomers.
and a,
Yeah.
just
anybody who comes
visitors.
in.
There's
That's it.
18 crackheads, 16 meth heads, and 6 hipsters. That's what's left in.
Have you seen
Property's
the movie?
cheap.
Have you seen the movie The Road?
I don't think so.
Parts of it.
No, I read part of the book.
That's what I envision Detroit is like.
What's like? What do you mean?
Nobody makes food anymore. Like, if you have to scrounge to find food that was made within the last 20 years and still in a can.
Oh.
And then they've just resorted to eating people.
Oh,
So there's
yeah.
like small bands, of people,
Cannibalizing each other.
Yeah, cannibalizing each other. You don't even know if you're fucking left or, It's like you don't even know what you're surviving for.
Just start eating yourself. You're just like, yeah, fuck this. I'd go to Detroit to visit. You know, it'd be cool to see a city that was that fucking huge, who's like a third of the size of the population used to be.
Yeah, but you're former military. You've had training.
That's true. That's true.
It's not fair. What
I don't
about
know.
the rest of us?
I'm like, Detroit's totally fucked, man. Like, there's entire like city halls that like I don't know city halls, like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but giant 30-story buildings that are just abandoned.
Yeah.
So like, it's fucking cool to me.
Yeah, even in the burbs, it's like your neighbors. If your home gets foreclosed on and you leave, they will come and burn your shit down to keep the crackheads and meth.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's fucking shitty out there. You can't even give away those homes because like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a dilapidated piece of wood?
Yeah, the best restaurant in Detroit, I think it was a pop-up last year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What they serve? Was it tacos?
I don't know, probably something with cucumber flower buds or some shit like that.
That doesn't sound
damn
right.
We should just start cooking the homeless then.
There you go. Eat the
Knock out-
poor. Eat the poor.
Knock out
It's a
two
Dead
birds-
Kennedy song.
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You feed the most poor to the least poor.
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah. What's your income?
Are you
bracket?
going to get fed to the
Right
rich?
about $45,000 a year. That'll keep me alive.
Just right there at the cusp.
All right, Bannon, chill out. But no, they did that already, except it was the elderly.
They filled the elderly.
Soylent
tools?
Green?
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cook the old people.
You when you get too
Equally
old,
valid.
Why is
So
there
they
an
feed
actual
you and they
product
feed you.
now called Soylent?
Because Soylent is just liquid food.
Well, that's how it started in the movie. Soylent was like basically all the nutrients you need. Soylent Green was the latest product. What was it? Soylent White before that?
But they make those products now. Like a
I
company makes
always
like
thought Soylent was just like a
nutritional
scientific
bars.
term.
Oh, maybe. But
Are
this
we-
brand is called Soylent.
Is it like P90X or like? that
No, it's just
muscle
like
protein?
a full nutrition, full meal bar. That's all you have to eat.
Or a drink? They actually do a drink.
Doesn't sound right. Like I don't know. The thing that gets me about that, if it's so dense with nutrients, like what's your shit gonna be like when you eat like a week's worth of it? Is it gonna just be like a puck? Just you have to squeeze out this dense fucking turd? No, thank you, dude.
Today on the
sludge.
Covalence Cast, Steven discusses shitting hockey pucks.
Dude, like I don't know. I've eaten MREs for a week, and like when you have to take a dump, it's like you have to set aside half of your day to clear your bowels. It's fucking gnarly. So like you're like super dense Soylent pack. I don't know, fucking.
All right, you want to hear something weird? You want me to get graphic?
Why not? Fuck it.
All right.
Let's go.
Without going into the gory details of the story, I once consumed 25 ounces, give or take a couple, of extra virgin olive oil.
You told us
We've
the
heard
story.
this story.
Like the first time we met.
Did I tell you about the shit afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell it on mic?
Basically flew out.
Oh.
No.
It's a good Christmas story, though.
No, you did
and
tell-
we didn't get
you-
to hang
you
out.
did tell
so
it
you
on
might as well
mic.
tell it again.
3 days. 3 days without shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's the complete opposite of what you thought would happen.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, it's like a brick.
Here, from yourdictionary.com.
Tube.
Soylent, noun, an undesirable, lackluster, and artificial foodstuff as a substitute for real meat.
But they have
What,
lab
what
meat
is
that's
this?
actually
accurate.
What
really
is this?
good.
Your dictionary? Is this like an alternative dictionary?
They're alternative
Hashtag
facts.
false fact.
Alternative facts.
Great. We've moved into alternative dictionary now.
It's alternative everything. It's alternative planets, alternative foods,
Alternative universe?
Yeah, totally.
What's,
Fuck it.
what's an
up?
alternative planet?
Oh, Mars. Dude, we should send everybody we don't like to Mars and let them battle royale, film that shit, and bet on it like Vegas style.
I'm in.
Yes.
The Chinese will do it for sure. The Japanese people will run the fighting matches, though.
Yeah.
How long would it take to stream the video back? There's got to be a delay.
8 minutes. Who cares? Like that's not like it's technically as live feed as it gets.
Bro, I ain't
gonna take
watching the
longer than
commercials,
8
dude. I'm
minutes.
downloading that shit off the
minutes,
torrent
dude, yeah.
internet anyway, so I'm not
Isn't
going to
the
watch
s-
it for
isn't
2 days.
The sun's light 4 minutes from Earth?
8.5.
So it's gonna
It's
take
8.5 minutes for.
I don't
for
know.
light
I gotta
to
find
us.
out.
So it's
now.
gonna take a lot longer then,
It's
because
gonna
nothing's
drive me
gonna
crazy.
travel faster than the speed of light.
I don't think Mars is as far away.
Well,
as,
yeah, it's just going from Mars
Wait,
to the Earth, not
don't
from Mars
radio
to the
waves
sun.
basically
That's
travel?
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on
At
where
the speed of
Mars
light?
is in orbit compared to us.
Yeah, if it's on the other side, then it has to go all the way through. Yeah, that's a good point.
How often is it close to us?
Fuck, I have no idea, dude. You're asking the wrong person.
Every 2 years.
Where's Neil deGrasse Tyson?
It's
when
every
you need
2
him?
years.
Pronounced DeGrasse. Anyway,
Every 2 years
what's every
is
2
when
years?
the orbit is closest to Earth.
Oh, So that's when we do the battle royale. You just ship people over there, and then when it gets close, like the planets will line back up to get a good signal again. That's when it starts. It's like the Hunger Games kind
The
of.
only time we're cut off is when it's on the opposite side of the sun as us. That's the only time we're fucked. But
So
I said, no, I'll just download it off like fucking torrent or something. So I'm not gonna see it for a couple days after, anyways.
Yeah. Get the highlights.
Yeah.
Just Joe Rogan like commentating. Yeah, I really fucked that dude up. So who's stoked with President Trump? Like, how do you think he's doing? He's 10 days in. He's already fucking everybody over.
I don't know. I'm all in.
Still?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything bad yet.
I mean, he hasn't infringed on my rights.
Whose rights is he infringed on?
You're brown.
Immigrants.
What are you talking about? He's totally infringed on your
he
shit
was talking-
twice.
He was air quoting me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't looking. I just heard it.
Yeah. Classic white man just yelling at brown guys
Just-
for no reason.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean,
It's Taco Tuesday,
It's all love.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's fucking good. Yeah, I got some tacos before I came over here. Fucking delicious. Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
the terrible thing that's happened is that like every news agency has overblown everything that he's done like weeks before he even did it. It's like, oh my god, he looked at this guy that might hold this position. What a fucking piece of shit. Everybody write letters. And then you're just like, whoa. And then you like look into it and you're like, oh, this is like one of 15 people he talked to possibly could take this position. So it's like building up to that. And I'm burnt out. I'm just done with it. I don't want to fucking hear anything until honestly it's happened for 6 months and some real journalist has spent a month and a half like actually digging into it and will give me a very long form article that I can read, and I won't be able to make a discernible decision whether it was a good idea or a bad idea until way after it's actually happened.
All right, hang on. First of all, I can actually speak on this one a little bit. One,
you have an H-1B1 visa?
No.
Oh.
But I have been an immigrant at one point in time in another country.
There you go.
But no, I've met
And look
Jeff
where you
Sessions.
are now.
Exactly. I've met Jeff Sessions. He's a dick. He doesn't need to be in that position. He's not supposed to be there. The guy's an asshole. The fact that he got elected by Alabama tells you enough. The only thing that could have been worse was he got elected by Mississippi. That's it.
The cabinet picks are always going to be... People are always going to complain about the other side's cabinet picks. The one that's the most telling to me... I mean, Jeff Sessions is pretty bad. But I think the Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, is the most telling of all of them.
Yeah, she's now the Secretary
She's
of
never
Education.
gone to public school. She never sent her kids to public school. She never went to public college. She's never held any kind of teaching position. She has no education experience at all. And she donated $200 million to the Republican Party or something crazy number, and all of a sudden she becomes Secretary of Education. Seems a little weird.
That seems pretty
to
sketchy.
me.
No, it seems pretty normal.
Well,
That seems like everything that politics has ever been for the last 2,000 years.
then so much for Drain the
We have to
Swamp.
just wait and see what kind of decisions. If that's what she picks, it's politics. It's all
Sure.
people appointing their friends and people and just that bitch. She ain't teaching nobody.
yeah.
She doesn't need to be a fucking teacher. All
But
that matters is what she
needs to know
decides.
how schools work.
No, she doesn't. Somebody can fucking spitball it to her in fucking 20 minutes. That's actually an expert and spent most of their life
Well,
looking at it.
you'd say
And
that if she didn't say that, oh, in Iowa they need guns because they need to watch out for bears.
Yeah,
come on. This lady is not, she's not that bright.
I don't
to
live in
have been
Iowa. I
part
don't
of-
know what the bear situation is, but I know the bear situation is pretty bad in some
They're
places.
running rampant in Iowa.
Yeah.
No, they're
I'm
not.
from-
They have guns.
Oh, yeah.
What's
come
the
on.
bear population in Iowa?
At least 40 billion.
Fuck. They need bazookas.
But
Get them some choppers.
the other point
Can
is,
the Russians hack the bear community?
yes.
We got to get into their emails.
That sounds like a
They'll-
we
they'll
got
hack
to
them.
get into the bear emails and figure out what is going on.
They don't have to hack them. They'll just send Putin over to ride them all away. He'll
Let me
hurt
look
them.
up some
That's true.
hashtag fake news. Hold on.
All right. No, but the second
That
point,
sounded like a fake news title. Can the Russians hack the bears?
Yes. So the second thing is nobody. I barely heard about Steve O'Bannon taking over the National Security Council point and firing the
That's-
military people.
that's
massively bad.
Terrible. So somebody who he was in the military for like 7 years, 30 some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the leader of Breitbart News that you're electing to the head of the National Security Council.
Well,
Yeah.
he's now basically the highest ranking military official without being in the military next to the president.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm like, really? I couldn't imagine being in the military and being comfortable with that.
Oh, well, at some point you like, I'm just like, just for the sake of you have to follow somebody who's had no military experience, like technically the president, that happens all the time.
But he has his Joint Chiefs that
That's a good
advise
point.
him. Now
Yeah.
he has someone over that.
Actually, I don't think it happened until Clinton. I think every president had served in the military prior to being president. Except
Bush
for
Sr.?
Clinton. Yeah.
Bush Sr.? Ike Eisenhower did, yeah. FDR? I don't know.
What's
Have to
funny
fact
is
check
to
that.
see the differences between the last cabinet and this cabinet, like how white and exceptionally rich this cabinet is. Or like,
Yeah.
look at the Secretary of Education. It's now Rick Perry, where he's been a governor, had no idea the Secretary of Energy. Department of Energy was in control of the nukes, had no idea anything about it, whereas the two previous secretaries of energy under Obama, one was like a physicist,
Yeah.
and another one was a physicist for MIT.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going from MIT to Rick Perry.
I don't know. Of course, Obama, he's like the science president, so he's going to pick people who are smart because that's what he runs off. He's like, and then Trump, he wants people who can run a business really well. And if you don't agree with him, then he gets rid of your ass, pretty much.
Like today.
Yeah. That was
No,
kind of
he-
Yeah,
funny.
but that
Oh, go ahead.
the president's always going to get rid of people that aren't going to go with whatever his agenda or outline or plan is. That's what-
Sure,
yeah,
but the Attorney General should be the one who can tell you no.
I mean, if you ask me, all these people should have to go through like some sort of educational process. There should be some sort of fucking line. I mean, at this point, it's like I would like to see more just scientists and doctors in general fucking applying for political
There's
positions.
there's like a couple.
No,
two.
there's none, because the problem is like me who de facto through Jackie, I meet a lot of scientists. They're weird as fuck. Their communication skills are horrible. Their social skills are dog shit. That's why they fucking sit at a lab bench fucking going and killing fucking rats all day.
I want a clip of that. I'm
be
going to
your
make that my
ringtone?
message tone. Yeah.
Killing rats all day.
We can do that.
Hang on, I'm getting the
Making
text.
an ISO.
We can do that. I actually think, the secretaries, there's some bad things that don't make me feel great. Or Bannon definitely doesn't make me feel great. But actually, I think what's the most is I think the refugee ban was pretty terrible. It makes us look so bad in the eyes of everybody else. It's completely
Just
against.
add it to the list.
It's complete.
Just add it to the fucking
It's
list.
completely against what America was founded on and what we stand for.
No,
I
it's
agree,
actually
but-
completely exactly like the same shit we've been doing the whole time. We've been telling everybody gets here. It's just like me getting to Mars and going, nobody with STDs. Nobody with STDs. The people no Irish. No Irish. Get the fuck out. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Yeah,
All
but
right, no
when-
Italians.
But when we've
no
been,
Italians.
But when we've been the best was when we weren't doing that. It's when we've acted out of fear as a nation is when we've had the black stains on our reputation.
But I'm gonna have to
America
go with
has
Jeff
been
on
a
this now.
fucking shithole since day one. We came here and other people had this shit and we took their fucking land and killed those motherfuckers. And then we brought in
That's not
other
an
people
excuse
to be
to keep
slaves.
doing it.
No, I'm just saying, but let's not pretend like, oh my God, America has turned a left corner over here.
Well, no, there were moments when we've been bad, and there are moments when we've been good. We've run the gamut. However,
How many people is there a limit to how many people we have to let into our country?
yeah,
What is it?
the limit is, okay, we have these ideals. You come in, you accept them, or you don't. It doesn't matter your religion or the color of your skin or where you're from. If you don't accept them, you don't swear the oath when you get made a citizen and then just fucking disregard it. You come in and you go along. This is what countries are. They're geographical areas where people agree to live under the same umbrella of laws and guidelines and rules and not like that guy over there 50 miles down the road or what have you.
Can I play the isolationist kind of role here?
Go ahead.
We don't have enough money.
You can't.
We don't have. Damn it! All right, go ahead, Steven.
I think that Trump doing it, like, I get what he's trying to do. He's like, close off the borders, nobody else is allowed in. But the people that he blacklisted from
First of
coming
all,
into
it's
America.
only like fucking 7 countries.
Here's the thing, though. Everybody that has been a terrorist in America
Are not
has
from those
are not from
countries.
any of those countries that are on the list.
And they never will be.
And they never will be. And the stupid thing too is, like, let's say, like, I think Syria is one of the countries that's banned. You know what I do? I just go over to fucking one of the countries that aren't banned, get on a plane and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going over there. Like, they're fucking terrorists aren't stupid. They're gonna find a way around it. It's a very
No, they're
bigoted
pretty
and
stupid.
small-minded way of, like, trying to fix a bigger problem than what he thinks.
And what
it
makes
is.
it even worse is the little loopholes in there for Christians.
Really?
You didn't read all
No.
about that?
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah. If you're a persecuted Christian from one of those nations, you can come.
What the-
You get
Yeah.
around the temporary ban. Let's be honest.
Fucking
it's
praise be
temporary.
Jesus. What are you guys, assholes? You can't return fucking Jesus children. That's a dick move.
That is a dick move.
I mean, if there were Scientologists like over there, I'd say send the black helicopters. Get them out of there.
Because, I mean, that's what Jesus
We can't
said,
not
right?
have Tom Cruise movies.
Only white Jesus
Did
believing
you see
people
the
you have to
last
take
Jack
care
Reacher
of.
movie? Come on. It was terrible.
Yeah, but I'm into terrible movies lately.
It's not the good kind of terrible. It's not. He looks puffy.
I don't know. I just think that there's a
So
fucking,
dumb.
there-
Like,
I think
it's just an
there's a legitimate philosophical argument that could be made that there are people in our own country that are already suffering. We have a mad amount of fucking ridiculous problems. We don't have fucking money for the shit that we need to get done
I
here.
get it, yeah.
We're in a pretend recovery where the super billionaire class is fucking loving the great fucking recovery, but while the rest of America is still suffering, can't afford college, jobs are being automated. We're facing a technological unemployment doom literally within 10 or 15 years from now, and we're absorbing more people who basically just will arrive here and hopefully get on their feet after we give them free housing and fucking food stamps and free schools.
But these people are just like everybody else here in the U.S. It's the same thing as saying, well,
Why are we growing that
have
population?
kids because we don't have enough room. These people are going to be doctors. They're going to be clerks. They're going to be everybody else just like us.
Yeah.
So it's not any different. Some of them will make a lot of money. Some of them won't make any money.
Yeah, for sure. I understand.
and the
we're still
problem-
taking a fuck ton from other places.
Comparatively to how big we are, we're not. And if you think about, too... Oh, I lost my train of thought.
I don't know. I get what you're saying. I get the nationalist idea. Like, us first, fuck everybody else.
It's
but,
not fuck everybody else. Just wait your turn.
Yeah, but like, I feel like there's a better way to do it besides just, like, you know.
Well, it's not wait your turn. If it was like a whole ban from everywhere, I would understand a little bit more. But it's
there's
selective
there is
ban.
There is a statistical risk that increases. Like if we were taking refugees from Australia because they were getting sunburnt, the risk is what 0.001%. But then you go to another spot in the country where it goes up to 4% risk. Why are we pulling from that pool first?
But then why-
there's other needy.
Risk is probably higher in Australia simply because their next door neighbor is Indonesia.
Yeah, I
which
mean
is
they
the
could come
largest
with some
Muslim
crazy
populated
like
country on the
wolf
planet.
spiders and shit, and those could take over. You know, and we'd
Oh,
all be like
fuck,
running
yeah.
away from wolf spiders and
Funnel spiders.
And see,
crocodiles and
that
shit.
argument
Funnel
works
webs.
as long as you ban also all the other countries where actual terrorists have came from. And they're not.
His
And
logic
I think
behind it is fallible. It's not that great. It was a stupid basis for it, and it's only temporary. But still, it does one step further that we've been doing for probably the past 50 years and change.
To me, this is just a let me look back at my base and like give him a wink and a nod. I told you I would, you know.
Oh,
And then-
yeah, that's
and then
exactly
this
what
will
it
go
is.
away in fucking a year or whatever, and it'll be gone.
actually
and nobody forget.
I don't think it will, because now you've validated all of those Islamic terrorist claims that this is a war.
They
on
don't need
Islam.
any invalidation. They
They
don't
won.
operate on
They won with
anything
this.
other than insanity. Look, you can never base any of your actions on what an insane, illogical person is going to do.
A lot of those people aren't insane and illogical.
Well, they're fucking diehard religious believers, so that puts them in that category.
But now you've taken those moderate ones, or maybe very conservative but not jihadist, and now they've seen, oh yeah, maybe U.S. is against Muslims.
Are we
maybe
gonna
I should do this because
We're
my
gonna
book
pretend
says
like
I should do that.
The mosques aren't going to just tell their people who don't have electricity and TV whatever the fuck they want to get mad at America anyways. Like, damn! If we would have just let them in, they wouldn't have had anything bad to say about us.
Well, if you read a lot of this stuff, a lot of these people aren't coming necessarily from just the poorest of the poor. They're coming from other countries where they've.
I totally understand. I just totally understand. I to me, the better solution is to like fix your own house first and then go help your neighbors. Fix your own house first. If I don't have food, I don't give out. Like, I have a budget. I'm strict, and sometimes I will help homeless people out. I'll give them money or whatever, but I can't put myself out in the street.
So you're why we have so many homeless here.
I'm part of the problem.
Okay, well,
part
then
of the problem.
How about this? So when he issued that order, no, it was never vetted, and the people who had to execute it never even saw that until he signed it and showed it. Like, he holds it up. That just shows how hasty and how ill-prepared he is to lead people, because he's like, here's the order, go execute it. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? We're supposed to ban everybody in a flight right now. Like, you couldn't have told me a week in advance. You couldn't have gave me some heads up. It just seems
Bad dudes will get on the plane.
Yeah, very bad dudes. It just seems like I do think you're right too. It is like that nod. He's like, hey, I said I was gonna do it. I fucking did it. I'm mad at my word. But the way he went about it was so ill prepared and so hasty. It just makes it feel like he's just shooting off the hip, and he's just
because that's what he is doing. He's totally unprepared.
Yeah,
and
like,
so their whole organization.
One of the problems is
like
we can blame the last several presidencies for this whole executive order thing. You and I talk about executive orders when I said, well, what's the worst thing fucking Trump could do? And you said, oh, executive orders. And I was like, well, what's the limitations? And neither one of us knew. So I went.
I don't think anyone really, or at least Congress.
No,
isn't
there
doing
are
anything
no
to stop
limitations.
The executive order is something that was pretty much made up out of whole cloth.
Yeah,
it's
not. It's barely mentioned in the Constitution.
Yeah.
There is no description on what it entails, what its limits are, other than when the next president comes in, he can erase them all.
Yeah. Or
that's it.
What's pointedly said that you can't do because somebody else can do it. For example, he can't make an executive order to declare war. Congress has to do that. They have to approve it. That's how that works.
Well, so, Congress holds the keys to funding anything. So he can say he can write an executive order that says everybody gets a free fucking house. But Congress will go, okay, well, we give you $0 for the budget.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
Congress holds presidents and organizations hostage all the time over just the simple funding of it.
Sure. But things like the immigration ban, where there's not really funding behind it, you can make all those
yeah. If you're just making a ban, it doesn't cost any money to just close the door on somebody.
Yep.
What do you think about the Native American fucking pipeline thing?
It doesn't surprise me that he pulled the trigger on it, to be honest. I did think it was cool that he was like, oh, we're going to build if you're going to build the pipeline, it has to be made in America. But then
it's for a Canadian company who's going to sell the oil to another country.
Yeah.
It's not going to give us any jobs.
Yeah. All it does, like maybe 10 people get to like melt some steel and that's it.
And
there's going to be like maybe at the most 50 to maintain.
And the people said already, the company who's in charge of it said, oh, we already have most of the pipes anyways. So
yeah. So...
Oh, well, you don't give a shit about the Indians or whatever.
No, I was halfway there, and then I got bombarded from both sides.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
But it doesn't surprise me that he fucked him over too. Like, it's more like I think it's just a way for him to prove, like, hey, if I can sign off this and tell people, like, hey, I'm gonna keep jobs, this is a way of me doing it too. I think it just goes back to that. He just doesn't think that far in the future, though. Like, it doesn't surprise me.
I was totally thought like, man, what a fucking raw deal. And then I started reading into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's already 3 pipelines that cross that river?
Really?
Yep.
And they just don't want another one there?
Have you seen a map of the U.S.? There's pipelines going
No,
everywhere.
I know. This is actually the Indians that live there all make a fuck ton of money from other oil companies. And they have a bunch of oil pumps all over their Indian reservation.
Mm-hmm.
But what the company came to offer them money, they were like, that's not enough. And they're like, this is market value. Like, we're offering you, whatever, $20 million a year to your tribe for eternity.
Yeah.
Not enough money. And then they said, fuck it, then we won't put it on your reservation. We'll put it, 3 miles north. And so then the Indians went, fuck you, we're protesting.
And then they pulled their card, and they're like, oh, look at us, we're Indians. Oh, my God.
Even though they're all fucking bankrolling, super fucking wealthy like Indians, I was like, you know what? Not in it anymore. Now that I know that all you dirtbags are fucking like rich beyond belief and just are rolling in money, and this has all just come down to a money squabble, and you guys tried to pretend this was about your sacred land that already has like 50 of these giant arm pumps like all over your fucking sacred, bone burial fucking things. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no.
I'll give it to him.
This is the problem with news. It is all fake. It's all fucking fake. No, CNN presents the one thing that they want you to know. Fucking Fox is gonna say the one thing that they want to know. You never know what the fuck's happened until like basically detectives, real reporting, or historians go back.
Are you a jump off the bridge kind of guy? Is that what you are? Like, oh, well.
Many a times, I like getting wet.
Yes. So if I jump off a bridge, you'll jump off a bridge.
As long as you didn't die.
There you go. No, what their justification for the protest is. Granted, it is about money. You're right. However, they said, "Oh, we'll go around your land, but if we fuck it up and it leaks into your water supply."
Yeah, and so do the other 3 pipelines that are already there.
Yeah,
and they didn't have a problem with those.
No, because they're getting paid.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Well, let me.
Well, I'm just not going to feel bad just because you didn't get the dollar mark that you wanted. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if you walked into Flint, Michigan right now and said, "Hey, I will give each one of you $500,000 to move the fuck out of here," how many people do you think would take that money and run?
A lot.
Yeah. There you go.
You live in Michigan, that's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just it. If they got paid to put that there and it leaked, then yeah, they could go and do something somewhere else and they'd be fine. The thing is, they can't. One, it's a reservation. They can't just pick up and move somewhere else and keep everything the same because it's a reservation. That's how that works. Two, they're not getting paid. If it leaks into their water supply, it's like if I pissed in your water tank from my house and you're my next door neighbor, are you going to get mad at me
about
it?
The water thing is completely negate because they already have a giant water processing center that's been in plan for 5 years. That's like going to pull water from a different location and filter it for them.
But
so the water argument makes no sense.
Does it now? Will it by the time this pipeline is finished?
I don't know. I don't know what the deadline is of the pipeline.
So there you go.
That's the problem with helping people is like sometimes when people need help now, the help that you can get them doesn't happen right away and it takes time. And that's just a shitty part of reality, I think.
No, but what I'm saying is they've already afforded to get water from another location 5 years ago.
And they just don't have it now. And that's what I'm saying is like
I don't know when it's going to be done.
That's what I'm saying is like sometimes to get people help, it just takes time. And that's
but I would say
thing.
that the equal amount of risk for the 3 pipes that are already going over the water, is the risk not the same with just adding another 4th pipe?
But they're not adding a 4th pipe. I mean, they're getting paid for those other 3.
And they were offered money for the 4th one.
And they said it wasn't enough because if you think about it, even taking that out of the fact, like, I'm with you, I agree with you, but just playing the other side of it for a moment.
Please do.
If it's like, okay, how many cars on the road increases your risk? How many times do you have to drive before you get into an accident? You add another pipe, your chances of one of them leaking goes up.
What I'm saying, though, is that's a cop-out. That's not your problem. That's not what you're actually angry about. Because if they gave you the money, you wouldn't give a fuck about the risk.
If they gave you enough money to fucking deal with it, so you could sock it back.
To shop for bottled water at Costco? How many more millions of dollars do they need?
Do you think there's a Costco on the reservation?
They could build one if they want to.
Actually?
I'm sure it's not like
more difficult.
Indians aren't like, at least not yet, Trump hasn't made an executive order. They're not bound to the reservation. They can leave the fucking reservation, go shopping. I'm sure Amazon does deliveries out there. Maybe not by drone, maybe not by Elon Musk Hyperloop, but they can get fucking bottled water there if they want.
It's Pony Express. That's what it is.
But no, I mean, the thing is that, you know what? They shouldn't have to. That's the thing. Like, that's the whole point of Flint. Everybody's upset because you shouldn't have to drink bottled water. You should be able to drink water out of the tap. You shouldn't have to worry about your kids having birth defects because you drank too much fucking lead. You should be able to drink water on your land without the possibility of it being contaminated by oil. That's a fair and legitimate reason. And they said, hey, we're going to pay you money to accept this risk. And they said, that's not enough money. That's legitimate, in my opinion. That's exactly
a lot of our water has the potential to be poisoned by oil. And most of people's in the United States, be it the fucking Gulf Coast, the coast of California, the East Coast, all kinds of shit, and I ain't getting a fucking dime with the risk that I have to fucking deal with. So the Indians can fucking suck it. Ooh, fuck you, and your feathers, stick them up your ass.
I would gladly go and drink New York City tap water any day of the week. That shit is fucking clean as hell.
I don't even drink San Diego's tap water.
I usually don't just because I don't like the taste of fluoride.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not doing it. I've seen the pictures of the inside of those pipes. They look like cancer.
I think it's okay. It's just like, I don't know, I'm picky. That's the only reason why.
Picky.
Water's water.
Yeah.
Nah.
Something's going to kill you.
Yeah, something.
All that mercury or whatever. I don't know.
Anyways,
fish.
when do you move, dude? Are you in your new place?
I move. We take possession Wednesday, and we're out of the old place on the 7th.
How do you move? What's your technique?
Do you last minute or do you box by box? Like,
Me
like a
personally,
trunk at a time?
I because I've
Day
moved
laborers?
enough, I travel light, so I could literally pack my shit within a day. Like, all my personal stuff.
Cut and run. Gotcha.
Be done. And, I don't have a lot of people with trucks and trailers here, so, yeah, I'll just hire movers. That's what we've done. They're coming on Friday.
Nice. I feel like in San Diego, this like in the inner like city, it's easier that way. 'Cause you don't have to deal with parking, all the other bullshit. You just sit back and let everybody haul things down the stairs. What floor do you live on?
Third.
Third? Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah. No. I'm not helping you move.
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's an elevator.
Still,
not
you gotta
going-
go
it's
to
not
an
going
elevator.
through-
This is the
stairs.
rub of it. This is what gets me. When I moved in Alabama, I moved literally 2 blocks down the street. It was me and my friends, a couple of trucks and a trailer. We got it done in a day. All my furniture, everything. It was all done. Here, I've got to get a moving coordinator at the building I'm leaving from. I've got to get a moving coordinator at the building I'm moving to. We've got to book it in to make sure that the elevator is reserved and it's padded.
It's got to be padded and reserved, man.
It's fucking
Can't fuck up
bullshit.
those buttons.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all, that fucking fake wood paneling
it
laminate
wasn't-
shit. Fuck yeah.
I wonder if that's just here, because when I lived in LA, it was not like that.
Really?
In LA, at least. Because
I
I
had-
lived in apartments.
I had to be involved in my previous boss's, like 3 of his moves, and it was like that everywhere. It was like fucking planning a wedding.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible. You got to
Just like a
organize the
wedding.
seating, and you can't sit this person next to. Oh no, we can't have this mover move this piece of furniture at this time because he doesn't like beds or what the fuck ever. I mean, there's all kinds of bullshit that comes along with it. I'm just like, you know what? Just fucking throw the shit in the fucking trailer and go.
I couldn't believe how much shit we have. We had a 25-foot truck, right?
U-Haul?
No, I hired movers.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any friends or trucks, so
Could have asked.
nah. I'm not that type of person. Unless somebody's like, no, let me help you or whatever, then I'll be like, okay, you can help me, but I'm not asking.
Well, in the
anybody to help
future-
move.
The offer is on the table.
Yeah, I try to help you all day long.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
What?
Here, fist bump.
I'm
There.
always.
You can move for me, too.
That's what friends are for, helping each other move, because
If
moving
you-
sucks.
Yeah.
Because
it's
friends
fucking gnarly.
disappear when you need to move. No, I'm always the guy down to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
So you had a 25-foot truck full of crap that you accumulated over 4 years. You didn't do the clean out?
we couldn't fill it all. We could
put
not
it all in
put
there.
it all in the truck.
Holy crap.
We could not put it all in.
You didn't have the
25-foot
pre-moving
truck.
yard sale? Like, you just do a yard sale and like you get rid of all the crap you don't want?
No, because they'd
No.
have so many homeless people come up and take the shit.
Oh, that's true.
There were a couple of things I left out on the sidewalk,
Mhm.
just because that's how my street is.
How long do they last?
Like a printer? Wasn't there a printer in front of your place for like
For
a good
long
month?
time, yeah. I put a TV there. Yes. I was just like, it's my turn. It's my turn to
To
put
give back to
something
the community.
on that little cement stub thing that's there. It's my turn to put something there. I left an
sacrifice
old
to the urban
vacuum
gods.
cleaner on the opposite side of the street along a chain link fence.
Yeah.
A desk chair, a couple of cat scratchers.
Uh-huh.
Because last night was when we were moving literally the last of it. And I don't know what the fuck is going on at that apartment complex, but the trash got taken out, emptied on like Thursday. I think Thursday's trash day for that neighborhood. And the trash was full. It was full last night on Monday. All the trash cans were all fucking full. So I'm going in the alley, like checking for fucking dumpsters, like, you know, trying to find places to throw shit. I'm just like, I'm done and I'm out of options. Yeah. I'm just out of, I can't even take this with me because there's no room to take this trash with me. So I was like literally just sprinkling it around the neighborhood, like my fucking trash, like
Shawshank Redemption, like doing the dirt in the yard.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
next
doing.
to a dumpster.
We don't have a dumpster. Yeah, I did. That's what I'm saying. So I would go out and just like, well, this dumpster's full, so it's going next to the dumpster, right next to it. And then after a couple of items were there, I was like looking for another dumpster to set stuff like next to. And then when those dumpsters were like getting crowded, I was like, I'm just going on the street in the front of my house. Like, this is just where it's going. I had no other place to put it.
I would like to point out at this point, for those that don't know, that Jeff has like, I don't know, what is it, like 30 chess sets? You're a big chess fan, right?
Yeah, I'm terrible at it, but I like chess. I have 2 boards, but yes.
So yeah, I would imagine that'd be pretty easy to pack up. Now, you do live with someone, and they are female. And
you mean his girlfriend that he's told us about all the time when we've all met?
I'm trying to be delicate about it.
Why would you be delicate about it? It's his girlfriend. It's not like he's trying to hide her from us.
No, I'm not. Because I'm about to get
unlike
some
people.
Shit because, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. We're hermits. We didn't do anything for New Year's even.
So anyway, what's the point we're getting?
No, but that's the thing. Most of the stuff, not yours.
Oh, 100%. That is where the real aggravation comes from, you know, is because, you know, she's not taking any time off of work and I'm having to get this shit done. And there's a deadline, you know, for me to get the fuck out of there. And so it was like 125-foot fucking truck. I must have filled my car up 3 times, Jackie's car once or twice. I filled my dad's car up once. And then my dad rented a fucking truck from Enterprise with a bed on it. And we had to fill that thing up twice.
Jeez. How long does it take you to drive up to your new spot?
Like 22 minutes. It's so fucking annoying.
It's not terrible.
No, but it's like 22 minutes up there, then 22 minutes back.
You got to unload everything and you're tired as fuck. And
it's just awful.
I'm telling you, dude, you should have did the yard sale. You go through everything and you're like, I don't want this anymore. We don't want this. And you just
literally, as we're packing shit in, I'm just like, why the fuck do we have this? Like, why do we have this? And she's just like, no, we need that. We need that. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking strangle you or myself. Like, this shit
do
has
both
to
at the same
fucking
time.
go.
Whoever passes out first is the winner.
I don't know if you remember, like next to my TV in my living room, there was like a black lamp to the right of it.
Yeah,
sure.
That's broken.
And it's just still.
It sat in my house. I when we brought it from Jackie's house, because that's the place that we moved in together.
Yeah,
right, where we combined my 5 items with her 5 million.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are we bringing this fucking old lamp? Well, we can fix it. I'm like, no, well, I can't.
You're never going to.
We're not going to fix this. No, I want to keep it. And so it sat there for 4 fucking years, broken. And then I finally gave it to the street. You know, that's where it fucking
like Johnny Appleseed
yelled about it when you did it.
No, she didn't, because at that point it was just like everybody just wanted to kill each other.
Yeah,
that's just like
that's just how moving goes. Like later in the day, the more deaths accumulate.
Like every nook and cranny. We had 4 years. Like honestly, my girlfriend there needs to go on like one of those It's Amazingly Incredible shows, whatever, and like solve like 14 Rubik's cubes like at once, because that's how she packs shit like in the fucking house. Like the density of matter in our house was like was more than a black hole. Like that's how dense. Like every fucking drawer, like you pull out a fucking drawer. I used to think like, God, these drawers are pieces of shit. Like they're so hard to pull open They're so fucking hard to pull open.
There's like
the
a
friction.
fork keeping it from
There's like
opening up.
no, not even that. Just because
It's
it's
so heavy, full of stuff.
it's so heavy, and they're not on rollers. It's just wood resting on the wood, and you just it's like screaming. The show's not over. The show's not fucking over.
It means it's time to wrap it up.
We are not done.
All right, fine.
Until next time.
Yep. All right, check you later, bitches.